Boom! What's going on, everybody? I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skeele, and this is Toy Talk. The 1925 merger of the Holt Manufacturing Company and the CL Best Gas Traction Company created the California-based Caterpillar Tractor Company. Or rather, CL Best merged with Holt, or... Wait a second here, guys. Let's back the tractor up a little bit further. In 1878, Daniel Best, who was C.L. Best's father, joined with a man named Porter Slate to build a steam-powered machine to move Slate's grain combine. 3 years later, after building 5 different machines, the men built a machine with a rubber belts on the drive wheels, making one of the first track layers. In 1881, Daniel Best left Porter Slate, and he took the ideas that they had worked on together and began manufacturing the Best track-type tractor. He did this with the blessing of Porter Slate. As steam power started to fade, Benjamin Holt bought out Daniel Best's company, and he bought the Best track-type tractor manufacturing company, and he did this in 1908. Meanwhile, C.L. Best, who was Daniel Best's son, was manufacturing tractors utilizing gasoline engines. As gas-powered tractors became preferred over steam, the steam tractor business began to fade. And in 1925, C.L. Best merged with Benjamin Holt to form the Caterpillar Tractor Company. Who were Holt and Best, you ask? Any guesses? Drop them down in the comments below. And this video is going to provide a brief history of Benjamin Holt. The next video will provide a brief history of C.L. Best. So click that red subscribe button and ring the bell down below me in order to get notified of that next video. To begin, Holt, or Benjamin Holt, invented a steam tractor in 1890. Prior to Holt inventing his tractor, farmers in California relied on horses to tend their crops. And all of agriculture in California was using horsepower. Californian farmers, they were looking for new and much better ways to take care of their land, much like the farmers all across America. Transportation of goods and services was moving rapidly forward, and steam was playing an important role in this movement. Therefore, Holt thought that he could apply steam power to farm machinery, and he was quite correct in his thoughts. By 1890, Holt had invented his steam tractor. Farmers now could produce their crops much faster and cheaper than they could ever have done it with horsepower. Steam-powered equipment replaced horses in the farms very, very quickly. Holt believed in providing his customers what they want and what they needed. Therefore, Holt continued to innovate and create new machines for the agricultural market to make the farmers' lives much easier and make it easier for them to grow their crops. Of note, the wheels of his giant steam tractors that his company was producing had a tendency to sink into the soft California soils. This is a big problem. Now, in 1904, Holt solved this problem by putting tracks under one of his steam tractors that he had around. Thus, he created the first track layer. Now, the tracks spread out the weight over a larger surface area on the ground, therefore dispersing the weight and not crushing in as much as the steel wheels on his steam engines used to. The photographer who documented one of the first successful tests of Holt's track laying system named the machine the Caterpillar. Later, that would become the worldwide brand name of Caterpillar that is famous all over the world for construction equipment and specifically track laying equipment. By 1915, Holt had put more than 2,000 of these machines out into over 20 different countries worldwide. When World War I broke out, Holt devoted his entire 1916 production run of 5,000 machines to the war effort. And these were armed land destroyers for the Allied forces. And they were revolutionary and changed the tide of the war. When the war ended, Holt had to restart his domestic market. As gasoline-powered tractors were outshadowing the steam-powered, Holt thought it best to pool his knowledge with C.L. Best, that's Daniel Best's son, and merge their two companies. So, in 1925, C.L. Best merged with Benjamin Holt to form the California-based Caterpillar Tractor Company. Holt brought in his innovative skills, and Best brought in his internal combustion engines, and more importantly, Best brought in money, as Best was a better businessman. Best also brought in a dealer network into this merger. In next week's video, I'll talk more extensively about C.L. Best and the Best Gas Traction Company. So hit that red subscribe button and ring the bell if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss next week's video. For the rest of today's video though, I'm going to review the Caterpillar 385 CL excavator in 1/64 scale that Diecast Masters has made. CAT equipment sets the industry standard for earth moving equipment worldwide. The real CAT 385 CL offers power, speed of operation, and fuel efficiency. The 385 CL is the best choice for bulk excavation you can buy. Diecast Masters made a 1/64 scale version of the Caterpillar 385 CL excavator. Now this is a great big excavator. It has an impressive digging force of 70,814 pounds, delivered from the C18 Acert Caterpillar diesel engine and 513 horsepower. It carries a bucket size of 2.4 yards to 6.2 yards, meaning this guy can move some earth. It has a weight of 185,475 pounds, meaning you're going to have to take this guy apart to move it. It's only 12 foot 7 inches wide. However, that's going to require big oversized permits. It's 44 feet 6 inches long, and it has a height in transport mode of 15 foot 8 inches. This is a big machine. Its applications are in heavy quarry work, mining construction, and they probably use this guy on a massive road cut project where they needed to move a lot quickly. But most construction, this is just too big a machine for them to need. The Diecast Masters version features authentic CAT graphics all around. It rides on rubber tracks, but the chassis on this one is actually die-cast. The wheels, though, are plastic, but that's okay. It raises and it lowers, just like the real one. The hoe goes out, and it'll dump, just like that. It features your standard CAT exhaust on the back. CAT loves that mitered 45-degree exhaust. Turning it around, you can see that huge CAT logo emblazoned on the back on that counterweight. Up top, you can see the top of the engine hood detail and all the other details. This is not the most detailed model that's ever been made, but this one's only $30, and it fits right in with our 64 scale construction. So we're not going to complain one bit. The real one is actually kind of a crude looking machine anyway. It's not refined because it's meant for work, not for beauty. The body on this guy is all die cast. The arms and the hoe and bucket are also die cast. The cab is plastic, and this particular cab features the safety pieces here that are designed to keep the cab from getting damaged and the windows from getting broken by debris thrown up by the buckets. It has a detailed interior that is actually very hard to see with that, but it's in there. All in all, they did a nice job with this piece. But this is a massive machine. And if you were to try and move this on your layout, you're going to have to learn how they actually move the real ones. Because it is so big, you'll have to learn where they take it apart in order to put it on a truck. And to get the right number of axles. You're probably going to need at least a 2-axle Jeep and a Stinger dolly behind it. This particular piece would also work very, very well with the 775E off-highway truck that they brought out. As this guy here would have no problem filling it up. Boom. With those two, you could set up a pretty nice mining operation layout on your diorama. That way you could show off different types of mining, open pit particularly. Or you could do a pretty nice big road cut scene building a highway for your layout. All in all, Diecast Masters has made us some great pieces to put on our layouts. And with all of these pieces put together that they have come out with so far, and they've got more to come, we would be pretty well set up at putting out a Caterpillar dealership. Wouldn't that be cool? Not many people have done it before. We've seen lots of farm equipment dealers and even auto dealers, but who has done an equipment construction dealership? Let me know down in the comments below if you've ever done that or seen one in 64th scale. If you wanted to move up to 50th scale, man, the construction equipment that you could go with. It's incredible what they've got in 50th. I wish we could get more in 64th, but I'm happy with what we're getting so far. I can't wait to get even more when it comes out. And guys, I've been talking a lot about 1/64 scale. And to go along with that, I've got a free report on scale. It details what the different scales are and what items should be roughly in size in each scale. So grab your totally free copy down in the link in the description below. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notified of all of my future videos. And if you know anybody who'd enjoy this video, please go on and hit that share button and share it with all of your friends. I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skeele, and this is Toy Talk.